Hi, folks, and welcome to TechTVPro from Soteria Technology Solutions, where we answer your emails about tech support. I'm Dave Rapor, and with me, as always, is Bill, the Bill Guy, Ramsey. How you doing today, Bill?
Yay.
All right, he's awake, folks. That's great.
Barely.
Barely awake today. Well, that's good to hear. Hey, you know what? I remember in my past, I had a technician say to me, you need to recirculate the power on my machine, which is a fancy way to just say turn it on and turn it off again. Or the other way around, turn it off and turn it on. I'm presuming it was on when he said that. Now, why do technicians say things like that?
Because it's the easiest way to fix a problem.
Yeah, but it's a complicated way of saying it. Why not just tell me turn the power off? Why recirculate the power?
I don't know, man. If you met us, we're geeks. We're weird. Like, we're eccentric, right?
Well,
like,
there's truth in that, for crying out loud.
So, yeah, sometimes we like to overcomplicate things. So yeah, recirculate the power is somebody probably trying to be funny. They're having a boring day, and
well, now that helps me. So the next time I hear something like that, they just maybe try to add spice to their day. Maybe they're just bored and they just want to just come up with a new language.
Who knows?
I'll be more forgiving the next time I hear that.
They're having a day. Send them a gift card.
Okay. Hey, Pat's got a question for you. Pat from Clear Lake, Iowa.
Okay.
Pat asks, my company has a server. What is a server? I mean, I know how to access my company's files, but is that just a fancy name for a computer? Do all companies have servers? She's got questions about servers today.
Yeah, so that's going to be, that's actually kind of a hard question to answer, believe it or not, because there's multiple things that can be called a server. Like people talk about the cloud all the time. Well, the cloud is nothing but a bunch of servers.
Oh, I see.
So, and a server can be a piece of hardware, or a server can be a piece of software.
Can be a piece of software or hardware.
So you can have a computer that is a server, and on there we're running web server software. So that it gives web services.
I see.
So, and you can have a server that is a piece of hardware that is running multiple servers, virtual machines, virtual servers on that one piece of hardware. And each one of those servers that are running on that one piece of hardware may have different roles or functions. One may be a DNS server. One may be an Active Directory server. One may be a DHCP server. So you can have multiple different things. So, you know, it's not necessarily just a box. It's better to think about it as a function. It's doing something. A server is providing something. In his case, he's getting files. So it's a file server.
Do all companies have servers?
Well, so again, companies may have physical servers. If they're, for instance, if they're using Office 365, they don't have servers necessarily, but they're using servers. There's all these servers that are providing that function. So do they use servers? Yes. Do they have their own server? You know, not necessarily. It depends on what they're doing. We have a lot of our partners that have no internal servers. They're completely cloud-based.
All cloud-based.
But they have cloud servers.
Of course.
They're using cloud services.
Now, you mentioned that a computer or a server could be hardware, but then have virtual servers on it. Is there a limit to how many virtual servers can be on one piece of hardware?
It's really more limited by the amount of resources that piece of hardware has to offer. So if you have a physical server, which we call hosts, you know, and it has, I don't know, 20 terabytes of hard drive space in RAID level 10.
Oh, goodness.
And we've got, 256 gigs of RAM on this thing. And so we spin up a series of servers, and I give so much CPUs and so much RAM to this server, and I give so much in disk space, and I give so much disk space and RAM and CPU to this server, and so
it's a complicated answer to a simple question.
It really well, most of what we do is complicated.
Yes,
it sounds simple, but there's a lot more complications.
Hey, Pat, thanks so much for a great question. And Bill, thanks as always for a great answer. Now, if you've got a question for us, just email us at techtvpro@heysoteria.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.